Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Darius Davis to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another one for Cook. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down by Fred Warner.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and just 2 to go. Play action now with Allen. Buying some time right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They are going for it. Allen. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And his first pass falls incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tuipulotu in for the tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On 1st down, Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete out to the right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Again, Allen to the air. Finds Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Another try following the sack. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. On the move, headed right. He's running for it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. He breaks a tackle, and he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hall running between the tackles. Escapes a defender. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 43. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd down give to Hall. And they bring him down around the 34. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This is Hall. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 3-3 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. Completed to his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. From the gun, it's Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He'll get this to Tucker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas first down.
Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Coming right is Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now a give to Cook, running left. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Back to the air, Allen. He's got a man left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Kate, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
To the air again, Allen. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Space on the right. He's got room. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. Dumped off to his running back. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Allen on 3rd down. He rolls to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Connects with Cook. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. And it's the Bills facing a 3rd and 6. Allen setting up play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Allen gonna throw again. Caught quickly on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Allen looking to throw. Cook calls it in. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now it's a bootleg for him. Headed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He's back to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jair Alexander with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and it couldn't stay in the field of play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards to the pickup that time, partner. They're set up closer. 4th and goal upcoming. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they take him down right along the 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Connects on the crosser. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Allen on 3rd and short. This throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying it left side with Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Hall. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. He's on the move. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run here following the penalty. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Catch is made down the right sideline. He does it. Touchdown. this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's going to push one deep down the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now a 4th down, staring right at him.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They will go. It's Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To the air again. Allen finds Kincaid. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Working quickly here. To throw again, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, Allen to the air. Hauled in left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Bills ball as we start. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Forced out to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Raiders have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Oh man, Brock, They decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion. Third and long for him here. Connects with Bateman. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Taking his shot deep down the field it goes. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen on the play action. Stays in the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Raiders get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks.
And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, boy. They cleaned up up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's Hall once more. Breaks the tackle, still going. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's a big hole left. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. A give left side for Hall. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Allen gonna throw again. He finds Kincaid. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. On 1st down, Allen. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Bills putting up points in a game decided. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills cut into the lead by another point.
Bills 10.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Fourth down now. Another kneel would stop the clock and turn it over. Let's see what they do here. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we assume our final snap. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.